Like I say, the Germans. By the way, German stands for Germain. Not well. There was a Germain. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I forgot about Germain. Oh my. Another piece of shit I hated. This black guy named Germain. Um, he was a real piece of shit. Germain was a black guy or someone like that. Who funk you? Ah, funky dude. Anyway, black guy. I'm just getting an example of. I don't know. I blew the whatever. Anyway, there's this guy named Germain. He was a real piece of shit. Shit human. German actually comes from what's called not Germain, but Germain was this asshole or whatever that tried to take over Germany. It comes from Germany or it means to practice. It's juryman or whatever. It actually means assistant. A juryman was basically an assistant of journeyman. Was a assistant to someone else. Like for instance, my assistant would be that's my journeyman assistant, and they still use it in the. Are you a friend of labor? Yeah. Anyway, stupid shit. I hate those slogans. It turned out that the 1980s, 1970s, and 60s were just a bunch of slogans, and I hated that. But this piece of shit, Germain, went over there. Basketball or baseball or someone was tearing up around Germany, saying that something or other, and I think he had to be killed or something. I don't know. He was an asshole. He was a real piece of work, as they say. Anyway, lying and all kinds of stuff, and anyway, trying to, he filed a lot of stuff on the behalf of the people. I hated that, like how many people would file on the behalf of the people, and it's like, the people don't give a fuck about your money, and then they would be like, oh, well, we need to get this money on the behalf of the people, and then the people would never receive that money, and nothing would ever be done. They would just run off with the money. Germain was a real whatever. Basketball star, baseball star, I don't know. I think that was the name of one of the basketball people. Anyway, I don't know exactly how bad he turned out to be, but there was somebody running around. Anyway, I don't know. I hadn't investigated or something else like that, but there was a couple people around Germany that were making a problem for Germany. And they eventually were kicked out, I think. Some people, they just run around, causing a nightmare for everyone else. And it's like, get the fuck out. You're a liar, you're lying, and you're a piece of what. Unfortunately, it takes a while before we see exactly how big of liars these people really are. The guilty until proven innocent is better. Like, I'm sorry, but when it comes to outsiders, if you're an outsider going into a town, you're guilty until proven innocent. Because there are so many outsiders that will go to a country or a town or a city, and then they will just be packing heat, and then they are there actually to rob a bank or rob someone or kill someone, and basically there are so many times of that where like this group went to that country to go basically rob and steal, and like I said, that a lot of what was happening back in the 70s or 60s and 40s was basically like people would order something from another country, like China. They would order like 10,000 cars or something like that. China would build the cars, everything would be ready, put them at the seaport or put some at the seaport, and then they would go and they would kill the people that had built the cars for them. And then they would come up on the factory or whatever and the cars. And then they would load up the cars and take it to another country or their country where they were from, where they had already sold the cars. And sometimes they would even go as far as killing the people that had bought the cars already. And then they would be up both the money for the cars and the cars themselves. And then they would resell the cars or give the cars out to their friends. A lot of this happened. It's like, wow, you are industrious. You killed the people that you bought the cars from. You killed the people that gave you money for the cars. And and then you resold or kept the cars. And that happens a lot. From 1920 to 1940. So, where they would order the cars from all these people, and then these people would build the cars, and then they would kill the people that built the cars, and even kill the people that had already bought the cars in their country of origin. And then they would take the cars to another country and sell them there. Anyway, so they were up the money that the people had already paid for the cars for. They were up the cars themselves, and then they got to resell the cars or keep them. That's one way of making money, I guess. Anyway, and you see this a lot between 1910 and 1940. And that's one of the reasons why, mostly you see it with the China dishware, where it was happening a lot with China dishware, and that's why people couldn't go up into China, why they would buy from the people at the bottom of China, and we would ship the dishes down to them, and then we would already have received the money, and then the dishes would go happily off to legitimate buyers somewhere else. And that was my control lock for people that would order things and then try and kill the people that had made the things and then try and kill the people that had even bought the things. And that happens a lot between 1800 and 1900. Basically really dishonest people. So, anyway. And that's why China wouldn't let people go up into the factories or anything like that, because that's what they would do. You know, fuck going. They would go up to find out where the factories were, where the dishes were coming from, so they could kill the people that were buying, that were selling the dishes. And then, like I said, they had actually a lot of times they would go and they would kill the people. Like they'd all right, show up at the docks at 12 o'clock and you can get your dishes. They'll be there. So all the people would show up at 12 o'clock to pick up their dishes, and then stupid motherfuckers. Some black guy would say. So, like I say, a lot of people were incriminated in a lot of very dishonest things. Black people turn out to be shit humans. And that's one of the reasons why they're black. Not just so they can be in the dark. And that's also why they got full of parasites. Because it was my idea of punishment for them. It was either that or unexist them. Because everybody agreed that they shouldn't exist anymore. After everything they did. Like I said, if you're a black person, you are very lucky to even be breathing, much less in existence. You should have been removed from all existence a long time ago. And you may actually be removed from all existence at some point in time. To never have existed ever, or in the first place, or ever after. It's up to the collective and the larger group of people. So anyway, just know if you're black, everyone and anyone out there in the universe knows who you are. And also quite a few white people as well. Like I said, the whole universe would come to find and discover the Earth as basically being the problem for so much pain and so much death that it's not even funny. That a lot of people agreed pretty much that Earth maybe Earth shouldn't exist, or have existed ever in the first place. Or at some point in time, it should be broken up into itty-bitty pieces and dispersed throughout the galaxy. Sold on keychains, maybe. To the rest of the universe. So, anyway, if you're on Earth, you should know exactly how the rest of the universe feels about you. Me, I'm LS and Lucifer and the creator of all life afterwards. That's why it goes Lucifer, Gabriel, blah 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 blah. And I had to kill Gabriel. Had to kill. Every single saint except for the women I had to kill, and did kill, because they were going to kill me. Mostly for JFK or Jimmy Carter or someone, so they could say that they were creator, and mostly because they had done so much horrible things. And it's like, I don't even care. It's so convoluted, crazy. It's like, whatever. And that's where you get the whole cast out Lucifer thing. It's like, Lusifer Star is your creator, me is your creator, and he was like cast out, and that's why the whole religious thing and all that, and that's why they say about the Lucifer, the devil, whatever. It's like, I'm not the devil, I'm not whatever, I'm Lucifer Star. Anyway.